Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie to retain their titles, even though Andrew is no longer a prince. Welcome to Crown Chronicles, your ultimate home for royal truth, intrigue, and untold stories from behind palace walls. If you're fascinated by the inner workings of the British monarchy, the scandals, the loyalties, and the legacy that keeps the world talking, then you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe to Crown Chronicles and turn on that notification bell, because today's revelation might just surprise even the most devoted royal watchers. Yes, you heard that right. Despite their father Prince Andrew's shocking fall from grace and his removal from royal duties, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are set to retain their royal titles, even as the monarchy itself undergoes one of its most transformative eras in modern history. But how is that possible? And why is King Charles making this controversial decision at a time when he's determined to streamline the royal family and distance the crown from scandal? To understand what's happening now, we need to take a closer look at where it all began, the story of the Yorks, the family that seems forever caught between royal privilege and royal controversy. For years, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, the Duke and Duchess of York, were the fun-loving faces of the monarchy. Their wedding in 1986 was a global celebration, and when their daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, were born, the family appeared to represent a more relatable and modern side of royalty. But that image didn't last long. As scandals rocked the family, from Andrew's disastrous business decisions to Sarah's headline-making controversies, the Yorks became royal outsiders, tolerated but not truly embraced by the firm. Still, through all of it, Beatrice and Eugenie have remained remarkably loyal, to their parents and to the institution of monarchy itself. They've walked the tightrope between royal duty and personal independence with admirable grace. But ever since Prince Andrew's name was stripped from official royal roles, there's been speculation: would his daughters be next? Would they lose their titles, and the privileges that come with them, as part of King Charles's new slimmed-down royal family? The answer, surprisingly, appears to be no. Sources close to the palace say that while King Charles has been firm in his decision to distance the crown from controversy, he has also made it clear that Beatrice and Eugenie are not responsible for their father's mistakes. In fact, insiders describe the king as having a soft spot for his nieces, recognizing that they've worked hard to maintain dignity and discretion despite the intense scrutiny surrounding their family, and that might be the key to their survival within the royal fold. While they're not considered working royals, Beatrice and Eugenie have managed to remain close to the family's core without becoming a public burden. They attend family occasions, appear at key events when invited, and lend their presence to causes they personally support, but they don't draw from the sovereign grant, meaning they're not financially dependent on the crown. This gives them a kind of safe zone, royal by name, but self-sufficient in practice. Both sisters have pursued private careers. Beatrice works in finance and technology, while Eugenie has established herself in the art world and through her charity work, particularly focusing on anti-slavery initiatives. They live relatively normal lives, balancing work and motherhood with a quiet respect for their royal heritage. And because of that, King Charles reportedly sees no reason to strip them of their titles, a move that would likely only reignite negative press and unfairly punish two women who've done nothing wrong. It's a delicate dance. The monarchy's reputation has been bruised in recent years, not only by Prince Andrew's scandals but also by the public drama surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. In this new era, King Charles is trying to protect the crown's image, but also preserve family unity. And Beatrice and Eugenie, in many ways, represent that bridge, young royals who understand duty but also live in the real world. But let's be honest, this hasn't been an easy path for them. The York sisters have faced constant judgment because of their father's actions. When Andrew's legal troubles began dominating headlines, both women found themselves thrust into unwanted spotlight. Social media erupted with calls to remove their titles, arguing that no royal connection should remain to the disgraced duke. But others defended them, pointing out that Beatrice and Eugenie were children when much of the controversy began, and that they've never been involved in any scandal themselves. In private, friends of the sisters say the situation has been deeply painful. Both have always been close to their father, and while they understand why he's been sidelined, they remain fiercely protective of him. It's a complicated mix of love, loyalty, and the burden of royal legacy, one they've handled with remarkable poise, and now, it seems that King Charles is quietly rewarding that poise. While the monarchy has evolved, the decision to allow Beatrice and Eugenie to retain their princess titles reflects a subtle acknowledgement: they are part of the royal story, and stripping them of their status would do more harm than good. But make no mistake, retaining their titles doesn't mean retaining their influence. They may be princesses by birth, but they are not official representatives of the crown. In other words, they can keep their names, but not the platform that comes with being working royals. That distinction keeps the king's modernization agenda intact while avoiding the public backlash that would come from removing royal titles altogether. It's a clever compromise, and perhaps the only one that could work. Still, the question remains: what does this mean for Beatrice and Eugenie's future? Without official royal roles, their influence within the monarchy is limited. Yet, they continue to be symbols of a softer, more human side of the royal family. They've faced hardship, endured criticism, and carried the weight of scandal, but they've done it with quiet strength. In many ways, they're becoming the very embodiment of the modern royal, individuals born into privilege, but determined to live by their own merits. And that image might just be the fresh face the monarchy needs as it struggles to connect with younger generations, as one royal insider recently put it. Beatrice and Eugenie are proof that you can be royal without being entitled. They've made mistakes, sure, but they've also shown grace, and in this family, that's rare. So, even as the winds of change sweep through Buckingham Palace and Windsor, the York sisters remain standing, still princesses, still proud, and still trying to carve out a life beyond scandal. Their story is far from over, but for now, it's a rare royal happy ending in a family that's seen more than its share of turmoil, and maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what the monarchy needs: not more drama, but a quiet redemption. Thank you for watching Crown Chronicles. If you enjoyed this royal deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow royal watchers. Tell us in the comments, do you think Beatrice and Eugenie deserve to keep their titles, or should King Charles draw a harder line? Because here at Crown Chronicles, we don't just tell royal stories, we uncover the truth behind the crown.